Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Like the video on the way in, please. Got me some yellow hearts. Let me know that you are here. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What is going on? Let me get to the comments. I can't see over here. I can't see. Oh, what is going on, y'all? I had to take me a quick break, debrief from Ready to Love, because when I tell you, they wore me out, baby. They wore me out. Okay. But like I promised, we are back to talk about all things Ready to Love and everything that's been going on, everything that's been happening. Okay. How's everybody? What's today? Thursday, Wednesday, Wednesday. How's everybody Wednesday going? Okay. Let me just tell y'all real quick. So my mother's bridal shower is Saturday. So I'm leaving to go to North Carolina tomorrow. It's gonna be a drive, Lord. Pray for me because I just can't. But okay. Anyway, it's gonna be a drive. So we're going down there. And then I'm gonna be down there until probably Tuesday. I'll probably come back on Tuesday, so I won't be back Wednesday. If for any reason anything goes down, okay, or if Friday night, I might try to do my review Friday night, but I really have to figure out like who's gonna all be at my mother's house, what's really going on, like the vibe. I gotta get the vibe. If the vibe is like vibing, then that means you are not going to get a review for Ready to Love until like a little bit later. But if it's like real calm and chill for the most part, then I can sneak away and get a review in, then I'll do that. If any of the drama break out, y'all will just have to see what happens when it happens. So I am taking my laptop. Okay, just in case. But I'm just giving y'all a heads up. So if you guys are looking for a review on like Friday or Saturday and y'all don't see one right away, that just means that I'm having a good time with my family and that we're gonna link up when I get back. Okay. All right. So how's everyone doing? And it's not her wedding, it's her bridal shower. So that's why I say it'd be a little bit more lenient because it's just her bridal shower on Saturday. So that means Sunday we're gonna go to do her dress fitting. And then I probably have some free time around that time. Then I'm going to my sister's house and hang out with her for a little bit. And it's just her and my nephew, but he's like 17. So, he be doing his own thing. So I might have a little free time. That's what I'm saying. So just in case, we could get into some things. But let me see the poll. Did y'all take the poll? Who y'all think is going home? I hope y'all said Sassy Red. I hope y'all said Sassy Red because he got to go. If we don't do nothing else, we have to get him out of here. The one thing about this cast, I think they have been consistent with getting the people out of here in a timely fashion. Okay, they got Habibi one person too late, like one person too late. He should have went home immediately. Okay, we're gonna get into the some of the stuff that Janelle talked about, but before we get into that, I want to watch Habibi's interview with you guys. Not all of it, some of it, because he really got up there and showed his whole entire behind. I did not want to dedicate a video directly just to him because I feel like I really don't want to give him no clout. I don't want to put his name in the title. I don't want to do any of that because he really pissed me off, okay? And he really was up there acting like he is like this mega superstar, and I'm trying to figure out, like, sir, you're not Beyonce. You're not Beyonce. You're not even a reality TV star. You did 1.5 episodes of Ready to Love. So please miss me with all that. And then on top of that, you're unlikable. Very unlikable. Okay. And I'm just trying to figure out how the people was really like vibing and connecting with him. And I want to give a shout out to Crystal Jordan because she did a great job handling him because you could tell that she's trained in this because baby, the way my attitude is set up, as soon as he would have said some of the stuff that he would say, I'd hang up on him. No, because what you're not about to do is play in my face, okay? But you watch other people by me watching other people. I learned that there's a way to just see what happens and let things play out and things on a good note. Because baby, I'd have hung up and started cursing him out immediately. Okay, as soon as I'd have been like, he must have lost his ever mind. I think he's about to come up here and play my face. Okay. Okay, because he was definitely up there clowning, and it just shows how much respect he had for women in general. He is a star in his own head, child, because he be playing the saxophone around the world. Please, okay. Um, so let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys. Where's that? Child, I forgot how to work. Oh, share screen. All right, let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys.
Pull up on me.
Let's do that first so we can get out of the way.
606 Dennis Street. Man, look at this is my new home. I came up in here the other day, and the skyline is right there. This is just too bright right now. But I'm having such a good time, and I'm really just getting used to the energy and the layout. And it's such a blessing to just be able to just do me, entertain as I always do.
Okay. So this is your home, or this is your venue? This is a venue spot, right? That you're going to do events and stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So how long? Tell us, because Habibi, we didn't get to know enough of you on the show. We know that you're a saxophonist. We know you're obviously entertainment. But tell us a little bit about this location so we could get into the show. I want you to be able to explain to people what we see, because it is beautiful what we see back there. So Absolutely. Tell us about that.
So this place is called Reset Bar.
Okay.
Reset Bar is located like almost in the heart of Houston, Texas. Right behind me is the skyline, and I wish it wasn't so bright.
Is it on the rooftop? It looks like it's a rooftop, right? Is it a rooftop?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Rooftop. And so, man, I just recently got picked up to go on tour with the freestyle king himself, Lil Flip, and Lil Flip.
First, I just want to say, now he was going on tour with Lil Flip. That cracked me up. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm clowning. Okay, I'm clowning because he said he go on tour with the freestyle king himself, Lil Flip. I ain't heard of a Little Flip in so long. What was Little Flip's song? Child, what was Little Flip's song? Huh? Game over? Flip, like that? Flip, game over. It's like, why? Child. Okay, so I guess that's what you call the flex. So he already started this interview, like basically wanting to get into things, get into his, I guess, start branding himself or letting people know what he's doing, because he obviously, and it's clear, he didn't want to talk about Ready to Love as we keep going. I'm doing good. I did start feeling a little bit nauseous before I jumped up here, but it kind of subsided. So we just gonna rock out.
He put in a good word for me here, and then I came in, just actually I gave them just a little bit of my time, and just out of love, I didn't want anything in return, and from that I was able to get like some family members, out of it, and so the situation is all aligning. And that's why I'm just walking around because I'm so excited, And then so I hit him up. I said, "Yo, I'm doing a interview today. We're rolling out, and what better place than here, to do it? And y'all can catch me, Habibi, every Thursday, right here at this spot."
Okay. Now you're in Houston now, so are you no longer in? Were you in Dallas before? Were you back and forth between the two?
Yeah, I grew up in both cities. Sure, okay. I lived in Arlington for the longest. Can I cuss? I cuss a lot.
You can. It's after 8 o'clock, so you can.
You can't cuss before 8 o'clock.
We try to, it's family time before that, Habibi. We try to keep it family oriented.
Family time always 24 hours is family time, so I'm not gonna cuss.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So you got people excited that you're here. You said you grew up kind of between the two. Habibi, people want to know, because I know we're talking about the lounge, the Reset Bar, which is dope. And it's always good to see a young Black man doing his thing. But we got to ask you, what were you ready for when you came on OWN's hit reality show, Ready to Love? What exactly were you looking for? What was your interest in joining the cast?
Love.
Okay.
I'm a lover.
Where were you at in your dating life that made you say I want to try a reality show? Because I don't assume that you have much problem meeting women. You're an attractive man. You obviously artistic. That's always a vibe. Also, right? Women like men that are passionate about what they do. When I work with artists all my life, so I know that's never an issue. Meeting women, but what has been your experience that made you think let me go ahead and take a chance and come on this show?
They called me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
This is my very first thing that I dislike about the way they recruit for Ready to Love. Every time we talk to someone from Ready to Love, it's like, oh, they jumped in my DMs. Oh, they reached out to me. Oh, they called me. Oh, they spoke to my management team and da 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 da. And this is why we keep getting actresses and actors, people who want to just promote their businesses and what they do for a living. This is why we can't have real, raw, genuine love connections, because Ready to Love is literally going out to seek people who feel like who they feel like have notoriety in some type of way or would be a good fit for the show. And it's like it's pointless, because when you get people like when you get people like Red, who think he's the king of Dallas, okay, and everybody should know his name, it's never going to turn out good. When you get people like Janelle, who is the it girl, okay, I'm the it girl or whatnot, and I just like, when you get people like Habibi, who just really coming up here for clout, it's like you're not really finding the regular schmegler people who may sign up for regular Ready to Love just to find love. You know what I mean? Because I'm not saying, now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with the people who are, want to promote their business in the process of finding love and stuff like that. But I mean genuine people, not people who are, I'm going to up this for clout. And if I happen to fall in love, then cool. That's the part that gets me. I want the people who goes up there and say, I'm looking for love. But if I don't find love, I want the opportunity, at least I have the opportunity to promote, my channel, or my website, or whatever it is that you're doing. It's the other way around. It's like everyone comes up here to promote something or push something with the chance that if I find love, then cool, it is what it is. And this is why we not getting real genuine couples. Let's think about this for a second. Now, I didn't follow Joy and Clifton all the way through, right? But I know that for a fact that I don't think that Joy was really pushing anything, or Clifton was really pushing anything until after Ready to Love, which was probably why they actually found a love connection, and it worked for them, right? Because sometimes, like, people who are genuinely looking for love, it's easier for them to find love with each other. Same thing with yeah, at least be open like Katie. Katie said, I came up here to do what I'm doing, and if I find love, then cool. But that's what I don't. But that's why so far Learning to Love, the concept isn't working, because these people, first of all, this cast, most of this cast is not ready to love. Okay, majority of this cast is not ready to love. Well, they might be ready to love each other, because it seemed like they all really, really messed up. And I remember when Simone said that the Ready to Love people, when they cast them because there's something wrong with them. So I'm sure that I'm positive that these people have a lot of issues and trauma. Some of them do, that they really need to work through. But that's my first thing, because you see how the first thing he goes, he says, they called me. Like, sir, ill. Okay? Ill. Let me just say that. All right, let's get back into it.
Fair. Had you seen the show before?
Honestly, honestly, no. And I didn't. Yeah, honestly, no. When I first found out about it, I did start picking up. It was about January when I first talked to LeGrand, and then talked to Blue, talked to Lala Means,
Yeah.
and the process after I talked to Lala, it was I was fast streamed like
Yeah.
that. And it was and I
Tell
was
Lala
listening,
what did
you
you
know,
tell Lala that made her fast track you? Because Lala is my friend. I've known
man,
her
cool
for
now.
years. What did you tell Lala that made her fast track you, Habibi?
Man, I was just being myself. I just told the truth. That's all I did. That's all I ever do.
Okay, so we want to know some of that truth.
Habibi, Lala set you up. Because if you said any of the things that you said to these ladies, as far as like you cheated on your ex because she wouldn't give you no head and all these other things, if you said all the things that you said to these ladies, okay, and your personality is exactly the same, there's no way they picked you thinking that you was gonna make it through. I'm just saying.
We want to know. We want to know some of that truth. Like what's been going on in your life? I guess. How old are you now?
33.
33. Okay. So for the last 3 years, what's been your focus in life? Like what is your main priority over the last 3 years? Because 30 is a age, it's a big age where people sometimes realize, okay, I need to define myself, kind of growing into a man. What has the last 3 years been like for you?
Learning a new language, living in a different culture. I was abroad the last 4 years.
Dope.
It was the first year. The first year, like I learned them, their culture, their customs, their courtesies.
Mm-hmm.
Second year, I learned the language, how to read it, how to write it. The third year, I converted, and then the fourth year, I became a celebrity.
You have okay, okay. What was it about their culture that impressed you so much to where you wanted to actually like ingratiate yourself in the culture and become, convert? That's a big decision. So what was it that you connected with?
Family structure, like their family dynamics is impeccable.
Busy women across America are changing their lives.
If you listen to, Rest in Peace, may Allah rest his soul. Nipsey Hussle speaks on it greatly in his music. And, he changed when he went to Africa at 19.
Mhm.
And, East Africa, where I was, Middle East, they're in the same time zone. So family, when I went out there, they reminded me of my family. My
Okay.
family, sure, we tight. We solid. And it was such a familiar territory to me. Because my family used to get together every Wednesday, like with the kids being up to that. And that's home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
So, that's, culture. And I'll say Sagu, I'll say Sagu.
You don't say that.
Way though. But I say Sagu because I'm funny. But no, it was easy for me to it was beautiful. I swear. And I went to Asia,
So I mean, anytime that you can have an experience that helps you connect with your, what you feel is important and kind of prioritize, that's a positive thing. How did you change? Once you converted, were there any behavioral changes? Did you become more focused? Talk to us about that transition because you mentioned Nipsey Hussle. We, watched him and heard a lot about what he was doing. And you saw that show up in his behavior. Obviously, it sounds a lot like what we know that Malcolm X went through as a young man when he went over and he was able to see, and there was a transition there. For you, what were some of the changes that this experience, created in your personal life and just in your, reactions to people and how you deal with people?
I got to unlearn a lot of things that I learned growing up. It made me more serious.
Okay. Like what? Tell me an example of something that you had to unlearn that you were able to see deeper into once you connected with the culture there.
What you think? Yeah, how to treat women.
Okay.
All right, so that's BS. I'm gonna tell you just straightforward that's I don't know what Habibi is talking about, but there's no way you went to this culture and you were enlightened and you learned the language and you worship the God and you wear the you wear the the garments and you do all these things, right? And you unlearned a lot of things. So now after this 4 years of being there and converting and things like that, she asked you, what have you learned? What have you unlearned? What have you learned from this process? And out of all the things that you say, I learned how to treat women. How, sir? If this is what they're teaching the men how to treat the women, baby, we don't nobody go over there. Please don't go over there, because there's no way they teach you how to disrespect women. They teach you how to sexual harass women. Like, what's the deal? I'm confused, because nothing you showed in this process did show that you know how to treat women. Nothing. None of this said, oh, I know how to treat a woman. So I'm just really confused on what was the steps that he took, that he unlearned. Maybe he used to know how to treat women and he unlearned how to treat them. I'm confused.
Okay, so let's talk about that, because that's one of the things that people have been were a little concerned about your the time that you were on Ready to Love. Do you feel like how you treat women was properly represented in your, the time that you were on Ready to Love?
So I don't care, because
it don't matter if you care. I'm saying, do you think you were misunderstood or taken out of context?
nah, I ain't worried about people's opinions of me at all.
Okay, and I'm not mad at you not worrying about their opinion, but were you trying to be disrespectful?
Who said I was being disrespectful?
A lot of people thought you were being disrespectful.
Their opinion, baby. Nobody give a damn about Habibi opinion or their opinion.
Okay, I get that, but I'm just trying to figure out if that was your intent, not necessarily what they thought. I'm telling you, this is what people said, and a lot of people that go on Ready to Love come back and say, hey, I was taken out of context, I was edited wrong, that's not really who I am. So we want to give you an opportunity to say, I'm not really the person that you guys saw on TV, or that really is me. You guys just didn't get to know the full context of it.
That don't matter. I'll tell you what, I'm very conscious of how I am in the present. So everything I say, I meant that shit.
Okay. So let's talk about cheating, because you said that you learned how to treat women.
Okay. Child, because my blood pressure be going, Jesus. So she asked him a very specific question. The question was, how do you feel about how you were portrayed? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Is this you? Habibi, is the man that we saw on TV, is that you? Usually everyone comes off of the screen and they go, it's editing. And the one thing that we can always be consistent with, that majority of the people that come from Ready to Love, they do the interviews and do all of, lives and stuff like that, and they always blame it on editing. Somehow it's their real personality. Like, you can't help the fact that you are a disrespectful person, and the fact that you stood 10 toes down and said whatever I said that ish, and I don't feel no type of way about it. Like, sir, so when you were sexual harassing Janelle, that was okay? That was okay? Like, sir, like, I'm not understanding. He did. See, I walked out of the interview for a little bit, so some of this I didn't see. So we're gonna get into it though.
Do you believe in monogamous relationships, or are you ready to be in a monogamous relationship at this point in your life?
Yes and yes.
Yes. Okay. So the conversation that we saw you talking with the ladies, when you were talking about your past, that you had cheated before, but you were saying that's not necessarily something that you would do now.
Absolutely, because I learned. What I learned was that when you have something good, but you still focus on yourself, and I ended up losing the love of my life because of that. Only because I wanted some head. That's it. She just didn't suck dick. That was it. And so for me, I was like, shit, I'm about to go out and get my dick sucked. That's what people wanted at that point in time. Only for me to realize now, like a couple years after that, like, head ain't that goddamn important.
Or you could just find a girl that's okay with doing that too. Probably be a good idea.
But wait, out of the love of my life, are you listening to me? Out of the love of my life.
First of all, Habibi, she was listening to you clearly. Okay. You obviously are not listening to yourself, because if that was what caused you to go outside of your relationship, something that she does not do, something that you wanted her to do, physically in a sexual way in your whole entire relationship, you were never going to be satisfied at all. Period. So yeah, she could have been the love of your life, but if you're not in a relationship where you are satisfied sexually, mentally, and emotionally, that's what causes you to go cheat. So being as though one of those areas was not fulfilling, you were definitely going to go cheat, especially when cheating most of the time for men is physical. So let's be real about it. So when Crystal says, or you just find someone who wants to do that, makes perfect sense. Because I'm sure that ever since you're not with this woman anymore, ever since the relationship is not you're not with her, I'm sure you have not been turning down head, because you realize it's something you just don't need in your relationship. Because obviously it was that important enough for you to go ahead and cheat on the love of your life for. And I'm sure that her leaving did not, and now that you know that you definitely can't get her back, you might as well go find someone that's going to do that and satisfy all your needs in a relationship, or at least 80% of them. And this just doesn't make sense to me. Got the nerve to talk about something. Are you listening to me? Yeah, she's listening to you, but you're not making sense.
I am. So, but are you able to go back?
Huh?
Is that a possibility for you to go back and connect with her?
Oh no, I fucked that up.
Good for her. Good for her.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, but you'll learn. So moving forward, that's no longer important to you.
Knowing how to put my own like desires aside is something that I learned. You know, you never tell a woman what to do, ever. You don't press her. You know, you listen to her, and she only got to tell me one time, baby. I'm okay. Now check Roger. I understand. You said we move left.
Want to make the switch to Shopify and keep all of your business critical data?
Lesson to learn. People complicate it, you know, and I make fun of the story because, like, I show, you know, I learn lessons. No, I teach lessons through humor and through stories, you know, and so although me being like, okay, seems so good, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the main point is that you have to set aside your own desires if you truly love somebody. So did I truly love
her? I don't think you necessarily have to set aside your own desires as long as there's not nothing crazy. Or you just have to find someone who matches your desires, or someone who comes close to it. And as long as he keeps thinking that, oh, when it comes to women, I'm not going to find no one. I got to put my desires to the side. No one in a relationship should ever feel as though they are putting their desires to the side for someone else. No one in a relationship should ever feel as though they're putting aside their dreams and passions for someone else. That's not a healthy relationship. If this is what you learn, it doesn't make sense to me, because you're 33 years old and it's like you're not understanding how life works. How are you going to do life with someone if if you can't fulfill your desires, or you can't fulfill your dreams and passions and things like that? Because if you're going to be with someone, they can be the love of your life, but if they're stunning your growth and they're not letting you progress in life, what's the purpose? And it feels like everything he's talking about is like in a sexual way, where it's like, oh, my desires, as long as my desire, I just realized I can't get all my desires. Sir, there's a lot of women out here who will gladly suck pee. Like, there are. I'm sure you're gonna find some women that won't do certain stuff, but will do this amount of stuff. I'm sure there's some women who won't, do this thing, but will do this thing. You can find a good medium where you'll be satisfied in the long run. Because everybody don't do everything, and everybody ain't into everything that everybody into. But I'm sure you can find someone close enough to match your energy, just enough.
That's true. I agree with that. Let's talk about the situation with Sierra. I assume that you were just kidding when you said that your mom ain't shit. Like it, I felt like it was just you talking about what she said, and it was meant to be funny. Did you sense that she was really offended by that comment at that time? And did you apologize to her?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. What about the situation with Janelle? Because Janelle made a statement that you said in the ladies' lounge that caused a lot of people to feel like, actually caused Tommy to react. Did you make that statement, or do you feel like you were misquoted?
I plead the fifth. I
Okay.
don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
1,000
Is it,
cameras, run the tape. Shit. I don't know. Mic'd up all the time. Run the tape. Shit. I don't know.
yeah. Do you think something like that could have been not necessary? Do you think that could have been a mistake to say if you did say it?
I could care less. She got some big ass titties.
Wow. Okay. But
No, who says she don't? She don't. Who says she don't? Shit.
Whoo, child. When I tell you this man is a class act, he's a class act. First of all, if you didn't say something, you didn't say it. Not I plead the fifth, not we mic'd up all the time, not run the cameras back. Because guys, we already know that this pissed me off. Okay, let's break it down. When Janelle did her live with, let me move this really quickly, because that just agitated the crap out of me. When Janelle did her live, she said that she turned around, she was chest to chest with Habibi, and Habibi said, "Girl, you turn around like that, next time I have to put your titties in my mouth." That is disgusting. That is sexual harassment. Okay, let's make that very, 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 very clear. If they are at a work setting, so somebody that's a work setting, which automatically leads to sexual harassment, which means somebody should have got terminated. Okay, so Janelle said that she went directly to production. Okay, so when she went to production, and like I told y'all, I think it was our first Ready to Love live. I said Ready to Love is not going to let that out. They was not going to put out that he said that to her and send him home that way, which is why it's playing out the way it played out. They didn't send him home first because they wanted to let the world know that he said that and then he went home and it's just out the way, so that Janelle can't say that no one did anything, no one said anything, because they should have sent him home immediately after she told him that, because you put all those women in an uncomfortable situation either next day, and we didn't have to go through that. None of them had to go through that. Sierra didn't have to sit through the things that he said. None of the things that he said that was disrespectful and inappropriate. The things that he said to all those women could have been avoided if they would have sent him home the first night, or they would have eliminated him immediately. Tommy should have production should have told Tommy he gotta go, send him home, or they should have pulled him to the side and had a little message on the screen how they did all the other people. Remember when the whole thing happened between Eric and Nakia, and Tommy went to go talk to Eric, this, that, and the other, and they played it off like he had to pull himself out of the daggone experiment. They should have did all of that. Ready to Love on Productions is not trying to take the heat. Will Packer and them is not trying to take the heat for the sexual harassment that goes on Ready to Love, which is why it doesn't make sense for you to go into people's DMs like you want to come on the show and date multiple people for clout. Absolutely. Not even knowing who these people are. And then when you do these background checks and when you do all this extensive research and therapy, you get crazy people who still make it through the show. You got Blue up there who's doing fraud and whatnot, going to jail and whatnot, and it's okay. You got what's the name who was putting his hand on what's her name, Boob, and it's like everything is like overlooked as if it's not nothing. Soon as Janelle went to production and said this happened to me, because remind you, we didn't know that Janelle went to production right away. She just said it in the lounge because she assumed that they would have handled it. That is not taking care of the women. That's not taking care of your cast, period. Man or woman. No one should have to experience something like that and then report it properly to who it needed to be reported to. Not you, Tequila, because it's none of your damn business. Okay. No one has to explain anything to you. But no one needed to know what happened between her and him. At that moment, he should have went home. And the fact that they let him stay to sit there and hurt other people's feelings. And I told y'all, I said they could have sent Habibi home before Brandon. It was always something about Habibi's attitude. Then he said up here, I plead the fifth. Sir, if you did not say it, you would have said you did not say it. Sir, if you did not, like there's no way around it. Oh, check mic up. The mic's always on. Run it back. Let me tell you something. Even if they did have it, they will not play it because now they are liable. At this point, at this moment, because the way he's defending himself, quote unquote, and Janelle is all he said, she said. In order, if they would have to literally put out the sound of him saying that, but then they will be held liable because she reported it. As of right now, this is he say, she say. And one thing about Ready to Love and them over there, they got a good way of sugarcoating stuff so that it never really breaks the surface as to what it's supposed to say. Like what really happened. The same thing that happened with the Shiloh and Phil situation, Eric and the Kia situation. All of them had all these incidents. The casket up there and nobody saw nothing. Nobody heard nothing. I mean, we all was there, but we're not going to speak on it. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. No one wants to step up and talk. No one's defending the people being harassed. But the people who doing all the harassment, everybody's like, no, that's the homie right there. He cool. I don't understand what people talk about. I can't see it. Is it on tape? Like, it's ridiculous. Where you going? You want to give me like 30 minutes?
I'm taking my car.
Taking your car? All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Corporate America says hello. But that my whole thing is that he's a lustful guy. Yeah. Sequila thinks Habibi is great. And that's my thing. Like, how could you think that a man, and this baffles me with the whole entire cast, because how could they sit up here and try to defend him and when we hang out, everything was great, and we had such a good time, and yet it's still this man sit up here and said the things that he said. Which is why I can understand some of Janelle's frustration when it comes to production, when it comes to the people that they cast and things like that, because it's like you're literally putting people in danger and then you're not taking control of the situation once it happened. Like, they can't control, of course, what people say and do. But if it's being reported to you, you need to go ahead and make do the right thing to make sure all of this is cleared up in a timely, in a right fashion. Because if Janelle was like, right now it's he say, she say, there's no proof of anything because everybody keeps saying, run the cameras back. Same way Tequila got up there and was like, did you see it? But did you see it though? It's like, that's BS. And no wonder she didn't want to say nothing, because look where it led it. Nowhere. It led him on Crystal's channel disrespecting her. And then got the nerve to say, but her boobs is big though, right? So, I mean, sir, you said what you said. You definitely said it. And then she said he's a cool guy when he's not performing. That's because that's how women are. Like, I hate to say it, but because men have been talking to us crazy for so long, that's after a while, things don't even affect us the same. Because men are always saying some off the wall BS to us. In the workplace, on the streets, in the stores. These men literally will say whatever they want to say to you. So at some point, you kind of get desensitized to when someone's really trying to play in your face. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna report it, but then when you see that nothing happens, it's like, oh, once again, I wasted my time, I wasted my energy. You get what I'm saying? It becomes one of those situations. I think she should have walked away if production wasn't doing anything about it and spoke out about why she left. I agree. But like I said, I think that we are so desensitized to certain stuff that it doesn't, like, it doesn't, the effects don't last long. The effects don't last long. Like, the majority of our chat is women. It's 153 people here. Please like the video. Please like the video. Please like the video. But if you think about all the times that someone has said something to you that was out the way, that's considered sexual harassment or, you know, inappropriate, think about all those times. It's just some stuff that you just be like, you know what, I'm not even about to do. It's no point. You really get to the point where you be like, it's no point. It's really no point. And that's just so effed up that that's the reality of the world. And then to go up there and then not even be protected once you already did your part. And then be attacked by people over him. Of course I want to fight you now. Because you tried to play in my face. Like, why'd you protect him? You know what I mean? Disrespectful guys to women shouldn't be given the platform to be interviewed. That's my thing. That is why I did not put him in the I didn't say interview with Crystal, Habibi's interview with Crystal. I didn't do any of that in the title because, for one, I don't want to give him the clout, and I just don't want his picture on my screen, like, you know, in the thumbnail where people come by and see it. Like, y'all know we talking about it and whatnot, but I don't want to make him think that, oh, the world is talking about me and I'm a big superstar celebrity. But it's just unfortunate that this is where we are now in society, that we are so desensitized to someone saying, I should put your titties in my mouth, and we just sit there and say, it's your energy. It's because you're giving him bad energy. Reality TV is making Black women look like the most ununited people. I don't want to say that it's making Black women look like the most ununited people, but we kind of are. But that's not even just Black women. I think you say Black women because we watch Black women. I think if you watch any women, we just all ununited as a whole. We spoke about this before. I think we focus more on Black women because that's what we watch. But if we was to sit here and lie and say that every Black woman, most of the Black women that we see on TV is not some Black woman we know, it would be like, or we can't relate. You get what I'm saying? Like, there are some incidents where we were like, yeah, I would have did the same thing she did, or if that was her, I would have did this. It just is what it is. I already told you, it's something about women in general that we just like this. Claws out all the time. Right. That's what I'm saying. I know we talk about the Black community because it impacts us. But what I'm saying is, it's not just the Black community. It's just that that's what we see. So I don't want to generalize it as if it's just the Black women on TV. It's all the women on TV, honestly. But we just focus so much on the Black people because that's what we watch, because we like to see representation of ourselves. But sometimes the reflection of what we see isn't what we like. But there are Janelles out there, there are Tequilas out there, there are Aries out there, there are Kiras out there, there are these women that we know in real life. How many of y'all know someone that's not going to pull up? Like, know someone that's going to pull up on, so why my light keep going out? The heck? Like, we all got that one friend that'll pull up, okay? So don't act like Janelle the only person in the world that's gonna pull up. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, that's just how it is. I have no hot love for Habibi, but listening to her live, I have no love for her either. Let them have each other, child. Let them have each other. Also, as a woman speaking up already puts a target on her back, right? So whatever they can downplay, they do as to not to be viewed as attacking, bringing a man down, but because of patriarchy, it happens anyway. Yup. It's just so sad because I could definitely understand where Janelle was coming from with this whole Habibi situation, and the way he acted in this interview pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered it in that instance. My friends know to call me to pull up to the Mexican spot for drinks. Okay. Shoot. Um, but I'm just saying, like, white women on reality TV are worse. Look at the White Housewives shows. That's what I'm saying. It's just because we are focused on the black people that, of course, we feel like it's a representation of us. But like I said, them other women be on them TVs acting crazy just as well. Oh, you talking about as far as like love shows in this degree. Okay. I don't disagree. However, I watched Bachelor and Bachelorette. I've never seen such disrespect towards women on that show. Most are white. Let's talk about it. Oh, okay. I understand what you mean in the dynamic of like a ready to love type, dating for love type of situation. Okay, that I can understand. I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, so I don't really know what the dynamic is between the women. But I'm pretty sure they just don't be airing half that stuff. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if y'all watch like that. They do interviews or they do tell-alls or whatever afterwards. But I'm pretty sure that they just don't air all the catty, messy stuff because I think that come on like regular TV, so they have to like cater to like the network. Okay, but when you get over here, you get on like the cable channels and stuff like that. It's a little different over here. Okay. Yeah, they definitely don't show they crazy like they do in the black shows. Hey, Shine. Okay. Let's see. So I think this is when y'all, I'm gonna be honest. This is when I left out the interview. I left out the interview here because I didn't want to watch. He disgusted me so bad. I was like, nah, I gotta click out. I clicked out, and when I came back, we were closer to the end. So at this point, I really don't know what's coming up. So we're just gonna watch it, and then I might fast forward some stuff if I feel like it's just dragging. Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean, if the size of her breasts are not necessarily that's not in question. Like that's not it. It was just, did you make?
What's the question? Be direct. What's the question?
The question was, did you make the statement that if her breasts were out there, you were going to suck them next time?
I don't know. Out the cameras. Run the tape.
Okay. So I get people are saying, does he want to be here? What's the problem? How do you feel about doing interviews like this? Because we're excited to talk to you, and I always want to hear people's sides of the story and how they feel about dating and relationships. I noticed when you were in the bottom.
What's with the coat? She does that every time we get a great review. People love our reliable, fast fiber internet.
They also love.
One of the times you said, if they let me go, it'll be unfortunate because I have a story to tell, right?
So it'd be a disservice.
Disservice, right? So I'm thinking that this is an opportunity for you to share a little bit more about how you think and your perspective, and for us to see that. And so I want you to be able to do that if you want to, if you want to do that. But I don't want you to feel like I don't want to feel like I'm pulling answers from you that you don't want to give.
You got to pull them, baby. It's hard to get something out of you. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story. The reason I ended up in the Middle East is because I used to work for the DIA. That's the Defense Intelligence Agency.
I always look at my channel is positive. We only talk about positive things. We only focus on that because I feel like it's really important for us as Black people. There's a lot of negativity that we have, right? What I asked you is, what did you learn from that experience? And you said how to treat women. Yeah. And then, so I'm asking you, what did you learn? How did you learn to treat women? Because that's not what we saw on the show. I'm assuming that you're saying you learned how to treat in a positive way.
I didn't learn how to treat. I learned how to treat women really from back home. Like my family church, my dad, my uncles. You know, my dad always made me kiss my sister every day. I had to open up the door for my mom, put a seatbelt on, kiss her on the cheek. I did a show yesterday. I kissed my mama 10 times yesterday. You know, is I've always had those like those what do you call them? Like those lessons, I guess. Like what do we call them? I've always yeah, I've always had those traits on how to treat women. One thing y'all don't know is that in the Middle East, they beat their women. I learned how to treat women from my family. You know, I learned what not to do. Because out there it's very is one way or the other, you know what I'm saying? And
Okay, so let me see if I can make sense of this. I think what he meant by he learned how to treat women was because when he got over there and he realized how badly women were treated, he realized that he needs to do better at treating the women in his life. I am so confused. Like I'm so confused because over there they beat their women. And then earlier, the first thing you said in this interview was that you learned how to treat women. It's a hard no for me. It's a hard no for me. Y'all, I don't think I could do any more of this. I don't think I could do any more of this. There is a clip that I want to show y'all from his other interview with what's her name with some guy. He has an interview with some guy, and how he treated that guy was totally different. Actually, I think it was sent to me a couple of like earlier in the season when Habibi said that he was charging for interviews. The interview was sent to me, and I never got the chance to watch it. But I just so happens to have been listening to Married 10 Years and her take on Habibi's interviews, and there was a clip in there that he had said how he felt about the women on the show. So I'm going to pull that up and we're going to watch it. Of course, men like this who are I don't want to say narcissists because like it's so commonly used, but when men don't treat women how they treat men. Men just don't treat women how they treat men. Habibi literally was willing to talk about the relationships with, the people on the cast and things like that with that man, but he sat up here and he played in Crystal's face to a certain degree. You can tell that this interview was not supposed to be about Ready to Love. He was going to be able to he wanted to talk about his music and everything. Misogynistic for sure. That's the word that I was looking for. Very misogynistic. Which goes right into the play of what we was talking about before when we was talking about, y'all, I can't watch this interview anymore. Is there anything, if anyone in the chat watched this interview all the way through, is there anything in this interview that you think I should fast forward to because I'm disgusted? And I really don't want to put myself through, because he's talking out of his ASS. And when I came back, I didn't know he even said this part. So I don't know, y'all. I can't do it. So you guys let me know if he said anything that you guys want me to talk about. Yeah, I can't do it. Nope, it gets worse. It gets worse. I really have no desire to touch myself to the sky. I can't. That's why I said I can't, y'all. I'm sorry. You said the end is wild. What did he say at the end? Because I was clicking in and out because when I tell you that when this live was going on, there was like so many other people talking about Ready to Love. So it's just like clicking through all the channels saying hi to people doing the things with things. And I just like, I I can't do this with Habibi. I can't. When he left the interview. All right, let me pull up this clip as to what Habibi said about the women. Okay. Why do I keep pressing settings? Funny, not funny. The fact Crystal had to do a follow-up interview. She did have to do a follow-up. And I just feel bad because these are the people, these are the men. And I want to, and I want to generalize, but overall, I feel like when Ready to Love pick the men, they do a bad job compared to the women that they pick. And I don't know if that's just like how society really is with the dynamics between men and women, but it's sad.
To really tell you what he thinks of all these women.
So the first episode, let's talk about it. You can talk about that because we watched it.
Yeah.
So with that, I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I'm sorry about that, but I didn't get a chance to watch that episode. But what the hell happened, man?
Man, fun fact, I haven't even watched it because during my watch party, I had to entertain. I was DJing at the same time. But however, what happened was they put me up for elimination. The reason why?
Why? What the hell you say?
Man,
You just somebody
man,
say something crazy,
chain, man.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was right there.
Yeah, man.
Hey, he just said something crazy. That's what
I'm
happened.
gonna be myself
Right.
all the time.
What, you didn't say nothing about.
Well,
it wasn't woman based, right?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
No, it wasn't woman based.
No, I'm saying because David said something about you ain't paying somebody bills.
It wasn't woman based. It wasn't woman based. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what got him kicked off. He said so crazy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, what it was they said the ladies. I kind of feel like the majority of the ladies was just some snotty nosed girls that needed their nose clean.
Ooh,
okay. I was the one.
You was clean.
I was the one cleaning.
So you had Kleenex and everything.
Yeah,
you was
man.
going board brushes.
Yeah, what's that Flonase, man? Yeah, blow it out.
You were that one.
Yeah, man.
You were that one.
Yeah, applying pressure.
So what was it about them that kind of made you feel that way?
Their energy. The majority of them were low vibrationals. They're low vibrants. And I have a lot of energy. Right. And so it was very easy for me to be like, no, I don't like you. I'm walking away. Because it is what it is. We either connect or we don't. And I have very good judge of character. I feel like I do. And so it don't take me long to understand if I can, connect with you. And so that's really what the show is about. So all I did was I talked to every lady though.
Okay, so you did get a chance to round robin and hit everybody.
Yeah, man, I talked to every lady, got all their numbers.
How many women were it?
It was 9.
It was 9?
So there it is.
So he felt as the girls was like snotty nose and he had to clean them out. But you were the one you were the one who was sexually harassing the women. Please help me help you. How are you sexually harassing women, but at some point you got to clean out their nose? Now, I'm not going to lie and say that some of these women are not low vibrational. Baby, because they was operating in some real low vibrations on the other day, okay? Oh, wow. But like, who did he think he was? Who did he think he was as to say like, oh, I had to clean them out? Meaning that you were being disrespectful on purpose? I feel like based on what he said, I feel like it was his way of what you would call humbling the women who had they ish together, who wasn't going to accept anything from him, which is why he felt as though he needed to clean out their noses, and they were snotty nosed women. Hence, probably why he was drawn more to Tequila, because she was more, she knew that he could use her. He didn't like her. He knew that he could use her as a pawn in a game. And then he's like, oh, if I just connect with you, then I connect with you. No, sir. You were disrespectful to these women on purpose because you realized that you were out of their league. That's what it's giving me. That's just the man child. It's crazy. It sounds like he was being like he felt as though he needed to, humble these women. And I'm glad that he got eliminated second, but I would have been satisfied, very much satisfied, if he would have got eliminated first. And when I mean I wish he would have got eliminated first, baby. I wish he would have got eliminated that night. And I said it to y'all, and y'all was like, no, Chloe, Branson had to go because he had 4 kids and he was still trying to get back, and he was with his, and he had an ex-wife. Remember, y'all was like, he had an ex-wife and he had 4 kids. And I was like, so y'all would rather keep him over him? Y'all was like, yeah, girl, because he got 4 kids and an ex-wife. Hey, Queen, she said, I wish he was never casted. Yeah, but like he said, why did you decide to go on Ready to Love? They called me. They called me. So you mean to tell me Ready to Love has been on for 8 seasons in a resort season, because they act like that season never happened for some strange reason, okay? And y'all got the nerve to sit up here and act like y'all can't just do a casting to get some people to come on Ready to Love, but instead y'all got to go search around the world to find these crazy people? Hey, Jay, they were hating big. What you say? They were hating big on Brandon fine stuff. He was fine too, wasn't he? That's why I said it was like a toss up, like with Brandon to me, because I feel like it shows that he has what it takes to be in a committed relationship and really try to make things work before just giving up, especially because he had 4 kids with that lady. But it also just makes me wonder, like, dang, is it possible for him to go back, right? So, but I was trying to get rid of Habibi first night, but y'all wanted to, get rid of Brandon. So look where we at. Then he was able to like insult the other women in the process for a whole nother day or week or however long the process takes. Brandon, come back. Tommy curveball, please. Brandon said back then didn't want me. Now I'm high holes all on me. It's like now, but I think he's the only one I actually follow on Instagram. Because that's the first Instagram page that I found. And I was like, okay, now let me click the follow button really quickly. And then we found out he had 4 kids and an ex-wife, and we didn't know what we was like. I was like, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Okay. You think he back home? I don't think he back home. Brandon needs to stay longer because I need to look at him some more. Child. Oh, somebody get his link. You want his link to his page? Somebody send a link. Is Ellen still in here, or Monique or Shakira? They good. I think who sent it to me? I think it was Shakira, or it could have been Monique. One of them. But anyway, Habibi seems he needs to heal. Okay, so I don't know who hurt him, but Habibi is a problem. Ellis, can you pull what's that guy name? Brandon's IG. Now just remember, his ex-wife is Latina. What that mean? What that mean? He don't like black women? Don't be one of them now. Don't be one of them. Okay, so She said, I'm about the past, I'm the future. Afro Latina. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss since we're talking about Latino women. Okay, now, so I was definitely feeling what Janelle said about, oh, that's me doing that. I keep taking out the light for little kids. Child, stop having in my Kira voice. Okay, so let's talk about Kira. So Janelle said that she didn't like. Janelle made it very clear that she don't like Kira. Okay, but I will have to agree with the fact that when Kira made that statement about I'm the closest thing to white in the room, that was very out of line. Because even in my review, I was like, girl, what? Like, you have the nerve to talk about someone not liking black women when it kind of almost just a little bit seems as if you identify as a white woman. Because I don't care how I talk, I don't care where I'm from, I will never say to myself that I'm the closest thing to the white woman in the room. Like, it's just not gonna come out of my mouth. Oh, you like my shirt? My kitties, my gangster kitties. Oh, y'all can't really see my bump like that, but it's there. It's because the t-shirt's big. Very weird statement, right? So it was very, 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 very strange. So when Janelle said that Kira went to her and was trying to get to know her, and so she was upset. Like, she was like, "We're not here to get to know each other. We're here to learn the men. Like, go ahead and find a man." That part I think was very wrong of Janelle, because obviously Kira was just being nice. Y'all got to go through this process together. It's not going to hurt you to answer some questions about yourself with this girl, okay? So then when Kira said that, she said, "Oh, we're kind of similar." Janelle was like, "Oh, no, we're not." Okay. And I think that's when Janelle felt as though, like, girl, please don't ever compare yourself to me. You can never be me. And that's when she turned on her mean girl attitude. Okay. And then she had to really show her that you're not me. Okay. This is why she said the comment that she said about her bag. The bag is fake. Basically, girl, you're not on my level. Okay. Kira, she must have grew up in a mostly white neighborhood and went to school with mostly white kids. It's obvious. Now that she's a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, she was definitely around a bunch of white women and stuff like that. But the closest, that's why, if y'all remember, I said the closest thing to a white woman in a room, when men who like white women or men who don't like black women, they are not looking for a black woman who talks white. They're not looking for that. They're not looking for a black woman who acts white. They're literally looking for the aesthetics of a different race of woman, whether that woman is Latino or whether that woman is white, or whether that woman is exotic or whatever the case may be. They're not looking for no black girl who acts like a white girl. That's why she cleaned it up, and she was like, "Well, I'm saying, like, as far as like personality wise, as if to say, me acting like a white girl, he should be most attracted to me." I don't know. Kira's a weird one too, because that statement was very strange to me. And the way that she was acting when Kat walked into the lunch date, you could tell that she felt intimidated. They like the white women that act black. There you go. Or they like the white women with the black BBLs, okay? And the lip injections. Yeah. So I could understand why Janelle was upset when Janelle said that when she made the comment about her liking beer, she was trying, that was shady as F. Okay. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody know that when you be like, you like beer, it's a dig. Especially it's coming from someone who thinks that they are the closest thing to white. Child, it was so strange to me, because, like, I'm not saying that women don't like beer, but I do find that I'm a wine girl, okay, and I like tequila. Okay, I have tasted beer, and I'm just like, this is nasty. This is nasty. And I just feel like it's a man thing. Like, that's a man thing, or it's like some cheap. But I know people who like beer, so I can't judge you based on that. But she was doing it in a shady way. She was saying it to say, like, you're a low class type of girl. Yes. The way she said it was a dig. There's one thing like, okay, what the heck is going on? Like, the way she said it was a dig, y'all. So she didn't say it like, oh, it wasn't in the context of like, oh, you going to the liquor store, grab me a beer. It wasn't in the context of like, what you like to drink? Oh, I like beer. Oh, you like beer? Okay. It was, oh, she's a beer. You could tell like she's a beer girl and I'm a champagne type of girl. It was definitely like throwing shade at her, like to say that, she's beneath her, basically. Not right. Wine is classy based. Beer is for the chicks who change tires with their bare hits. Child. Cut it out. Because some girls like beer. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with liking beer. It's just the fact that she used it as a dig. Okay, she used it as a dig. That's what she did. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the context. Yeah, what she said, Janelle had a beer belly. No, I don't think. Oh, child. I didn't think about that. Y'all are shady because now that didn't come to my head at all. That would be no wonder Janelle probably want to fight her. Because what you're not about to do is play in my face like that, honey. That was women are very bougie. I have to catch myself often. Okay, not the beer belly. That's wow. That is wow. That is wow, y'all. Y'all gotta cut it out. Okay, so I definitely understand what she meant by that. Now I'm gonna tell you, Janelle was very, very, very much bothered by Kat. Okay, and you could tell that she was bothered by Kat because what was the purpose of making the first statement that she made? So we all watched the show Friday. We all saw her come in. We saw the girls' pictures on Insta. When I tell y'all, if y'all go on Twitter, the way they was doing the side by side of all the girls' faces on Twitter, they was pulling them up. They was showing the girls with the lips. You know how everybody's making these weird faces or whatnot. Janelle felt the need to defend herself because ain't no way in hell y'all gonna try to play me like I'm intimidated by Kat. Now, any other person would just have been like, whatever, it ain't that serious. But this just shows that shows some type of insecurity on Janelle's part for her to really be that upset because she started all of this. Now, I'm not going to say that this is where it started, but this is where it started on the internet. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some other things that's going on that we didn't even break the surface yet. Too, because everybody keeps saying, oh, it's coming. You gotta watch the season. It's coming. And I'm saying here, like, what's coming? Maybe because it's only episode 4 and y'all acting a fool. Okay. But she was very much bothered by Kat. Okay. Because we know she don't like Tequila. We know she don't like Kira. But the only person that she wanted to address, the only person that she went online to address was the whole Kat situation where she did nothing to Kat or said anything to Kat. It was literally just a facial expression. Okay, so when Kat said, oh, I didn't hear a peep from you, that's Kat. Then Janelle went into a rage. Okay, she went into a rage. Now, I don't know what was said. Okay, let's go into the rage. She mentioned that they were prostitutes on the show. Child, I don't know about no prostitutes. Okay, I don't know about no prostitutes. She mentioned that there were some people who didn't know their sexuality, but yet and still they did know their sexuality and they got a boyfriend. So y'all know I went digging. And if I had to guess, just guess, okay? I'm not saying I know for a fact or this is the person for sure. If I had to guess, I'm going with old Chris, okay? Because the Instagram definitely does give me a little bisexual, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with bisexual. Murier. First of all, y'all gonna stop coming at me for how I say Murier. Murier, whatever his name is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. She went in that. Yeah, she did. Okay. I will say this. I talked to y'all know y'all know Marcy, that's my girl, right? That's my homie from that's my homie. Like we be on the phone for hours for no reason, okay? Like that's my real friend now. I feel like that's my real friend in real life. But anyway, when we were talking, she did tell me that a lot of the people from like just how they were perceived from our season, like a lot of them wasn't really who they were. You know what I mean? So when you have someone like Janelle coming out saying that people aren't really who they are, or they being portrayed to be someone they're not, this, that, and other, I believe it. You know what I mean? Because the same thing like Janelle said. Janelle said, like, how is it that all of us are entrepreneurs? And that makes a good point. Now, remember when one of the girls, I don't know who is it, but one of their titles say, a coffee line worker, or coffee line worker. And I remember I put it in like one of my chats, and I was like, what's a coffee line worker? Is that like, a barista? Is that like somebody who work at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? Like, what is a coffee line worker? Why is that the description of that job? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like Rashid. Coffee line owner. It said owner. See, now I'm confused. I thought it said worker, but I guess owner. So that's why I'm like, I do feel like there is a sense to like some of these people aren't who they are being portrayed to be. So like the TV kind of makes them seem like they were a little bit more successful. And I'm not saying that not successful because I don't know these people, but I'm gonna say that I don't not believe everything that Janelle's saying. I do believe that there's some truth to what Janelle's saying, but it's the way Janelle's going about it that makes it hard for you to want to hear what she has to say, because she's doing it in such a mean, malicious way. Okay? So, like, there are some things that's unnecessary. There are some things that she didn't have to say. But when she had said that, what did she say? Like the whole thing with Tequila made sense to me. The whole thing with Habibi made sense to me. Now the situation with Kat, I feel like Janelle was bothered. Kat was like, oh, what you're not about to do is make it seem like you wasn't bothered, because you was bothered. So she responded. But what I'm gonna tell you what happened was when Kat told her to pull up, that's when things went left. Now, y'all, we got to be fair. Hear me out. Hear me out. The same thing that happened in the lounge with Tequila and Janelle. They were in that lounge. They was going back and forth, and it was all good as long as nobody stands up, right? It's all good as long as nobody tries to come for me. So we take this off the internet. If we look at this off the internet, it's like Janelle and Kat was going back and forth, and Kat stood up and Janelle then stood up. It's giving the same energy, because Kat said, you got 5 minutes to show up, to pull up. And Janelle said, oh, bet, and pulled up. You said she didn't have the same pull-up energy for Tequila? Now, word on the street is, and I didn't see this part, right? Word on the street is, that's another thing. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to invite nobody to my house unless I'm really ready for them, okay? And when I say ready for them, I'm ready for whoever you bring with you, because if you pulling up, you're not pulling up alone. I'm from the hood, y'all. I live in the hood. I already know you don't pull up to nobody's house, because if you pull up to somebody's house, you about to fight their mother, their father, their sister, their cousin, their best friend down the street, the downstairs neighbors, everybody, okay? So you got to have your own army with you. That's how you pull up. You pull up, you got to have at least 8 people with you when you pull up to somebody else's apartment. Okay, you don't pull up alone. That's one, because you pull up alone, you liable to get beat up. Y'all didn't see that video of that girl? It was a long time ago. It was a video of a girl. She pulled up to that girl's house, They dragged. She pulled up to that girl house. She came on the porch. They opened the door. They pulled her inside the house, closed the door, beat her the F up, and then threw her back outside. You don't just go pulling up to nobody's house, okay? Let's just say that, okay? But word on the street is that Tequila pulled up. And I'm like, child, where's the footage of that? Because that would have been interesting. Child, if y'all want to do it, just go ahead and do it because I want to see it. If we want to take it to the streets and we at the streets, I want to see it. So I heard that Tequila pulled up for Cat. Now, Cat, girl, you can't be telling somebody to beat me, catch me outside, and you don't want to come outside. Okay? Overall, as a whole, we all too old for this, okay? I'm going to just say that. As a whole, we too old for this. We are too old for this. I stopped fighting when I got when I had my daughter, when I got pregnant, my daughter, that was it for me, okay? But it was even this one little point when I used to really club back in the day, because I used to, this is how I learned not to drink dark liquor and like liquor, because I used to drink like Hennessy and Hypnotic, so I used to drink the Incredible Hulk, and that's when I realized that I'm an angry drunk off of dark liquor, so I just stopped drinking dark liquor. But I always had to think like, I'm not about to be sitting here be fighting these girls, but what I will do is take off my shoe and beat you with it. Okay? Because what you're not about to do is mess up my nose and my hair and my face. Okay? That's when I was getting to that point where I was like, yeah, we get too old to be fighting now. Okay? Then when I had my daughter, I'm like, yeah, no. I got too much to live for. But then I sit there and I think about the fact that some of these women don't have that. They don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like, oh, I got a kid. Oh, I got the reputation. Oh, I got things to lose. Because there's no way you can want to have, you're presenting yourself as that girl and you pulling up to people at 41. So when Habibi said some of the women was low vibrational, I'm like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Oh yeah, my heels, because I used to wear nothing but heels. So if you tried me, oh, you was going to get beat with the heel. It was going to be all heel on you, okay? That was back in the day. I'm no longer that girl, okay? You said you can't picture me angry? Oh, child. That's good. That's so good. I'm so proud of myself. That means I really be changing for the better. No, I'm just grown now. But I was never an angry person. I'm not going to lie and say that I was an angry person. But dark liquor made me aggressive, like angry, aggressive. Like if you said the wrong things to me, you looked at me strange. It was all like I was nasty at drinking dark liquor when I was younger. So that's why I had to stop. And I realized like, yeah, I can't do that. I got to stick with the light liquors. Because they keep me in a party mood. You can see me scratch. Oh, I had a few fights in my life. A few fights in my life. Back in the day when I was younger, I was not. Back in the day when I was younger, I'm not a kid anymore. Right. I'm too scared to go to jail, but I will send a fool to jail. Right. So listen. So she did say. So I'm assuming because I couldn't see the comments, but she did mention the fact that they was like, you could go to jail or whatever the case may be. And she was like, oh, and I was willing to take that risk. That's when you lost me. Because I'm not even mad at Janelle for the rant. Let me just be clear. I'm not mad at her for the rant. I do feel like there was a lot of misplaced anger in there at certain points. I do understand the frustration of what she was dealing with production, what she dealt with Tequila, what she dealt with Janelle, how she felt about Kara. I can understand her bullet points, but there was a lot of unnecessary stuff in that live as well. Like, oh, I'm 41, but I still put my hands on people. Like, there has to be a point in our life where we grow up and be like, this ain't right. In 41, we should have already learned that it's not okay for us to put our hands on people. At 41, how are we going to teach the children to keep your hands to yourself if you still feel like you want to put your hands on people. Then you go to jail for assault and battery. I was just watching this girl. She had just got sentenced to jail. She was going to turn herself in. She had just got sentenced to jail because she got into a fight outside of a club and accidentally killed the girl. And now she's going to jail. I'm sorry, but like, at what age do we be like, nah, I'm good on that? At what age do we say, no, I'm not about to be fighting you. I'm too old for this. You know what I mean? So I just really need them to. And you want to know something that's strange to me? When I talked to Marcia, she said that the first thing that production told them is that they want to handle themselves with dignity and class and like, you know, black, like really excellent black, like black excellence, basically. And so that's why she was like, I was a little stunned at like what happened. Because like, child, we supposed to be carrying ourselves one way, but it's definitely not coming off that way. So that's why I'm just like, we really have to figure out as women when we draw the line. It's okay to be a little feisty. I'm not going to say people not going to disagree. I'm not going to say we're not going to go back and forth with words. I'm not going to say we're not going to have no arguments because that's just unrealistic as human beings to not argue with people. But when do we draw the line and be like, I'm not about to go put my hands on nobody because I'm not about to go to jail. I'm not about to lose my life and I have a lot more to live for. And then I'm a business owner. This is not good promotion for the business. So although it may sound cute, she told me to pull up, I pulled up. It may sound cute, but that's what I was trying to tell y'all about. Toxic. I know because I used to be toxic. When I told y'all that I used to pick those fights with my husband back in the day just so that we could get all these, you know, riled up. And you think it's cute. The world has taught us that toxicity is cute. That being a city girl is cute. I don't know why they are making it seem like, oh, having an attitude, being mean, being nasty, being this, that, and the other is cute. It's not cute. And this is why the relationships are the way they are, and romantic relationships, platonic relationships, and family relationships. They all messed up because everyone is being told that toxicity is cute. And that's the thing. You're right. Nothing that Kat said was worth fighting. Nothing that neither one of them said was really worth fighting to each other. It was cool to keep it online. Like, y'all want to go back and forth online like people do, go ahead and be my guest. But when we start pulling up at each other's houses and the people come down the street coming and everything and we pulling up, it's like, is this Ready to Love or is this Bad Girls Club? Because I just need to know what show I'm watching so I can be prepared. Because when I'm watching Bad Girls Club, this is what I expect. I expect to see young girls in their 20s out here fighting each other. But when I'm watching Ready to Love, I'm not expecting to see 41-year-old women outside pulling up to people's houses ready to fight. Right, it's cute as long as they look good. And it's not. I love Bad Girls Club. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Bad Girls Club, okay? When I tell you I was watching that over there on the Oxygen channel, okay? Faithfully, me and my husband, both of us. Oh, the good old days. That's something we was younger too, so we was gas. Go ahead, girl, beat it up. You wanted to be on it. I never really wanted to be on it, but I love watching it. Okay, but I'm like, it's okay if that's what you feel like you want to do, but at what point do we leave? We grow out of it. Something has to be done. Like, we have to stop making people think that this is okay. To put hands on people or to attempt to put hands on people or to pull up on people is not okay because people get genuinely hurt like that. I've seen people get hurt like that. I've heard people get hurt like that. I've watched video clips online of people getting hurt like that. I'm not watching nothing on the Zeus Network. I'm sorry. I draw the line right there. Like I like to see people fight, but I like to see people fight and then they get broke up, you know? Like I feel like over there on Zeus, they really just be letting them fight. I don't need that in my life. You wanted it to come to a fight. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't agree with the fighting. I don't. But baby, if they fight, please record it so I can see it. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I do not condone violence of any sort. But if we're going to do it, I want to watch it. Somebody record it, okay? And send it to me. Okay? Because you got to think about it. That's not the only thing in life. The only thing you can lose your, like, people, I've seen people be stabbed, cut, shot. Like, it be a lot going on in fights. Fights are not just regular fights no more. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be pulling up at nobody's house, and I'm damn sure not telling nobody to pull up at my house with my kids and family. No. Oh yeah, that's why I said, if you think about it, Kat started the pull-up situation, because I think Janelle was fine with keeping it online. When Kat said pull up, that's when it's like, girl, why would you invite that girl to pull up? And then you're not even ready to come outside. You got Tequila running up. Tequila running up. I'm like, where's that video? If somebody got the footage, send it to me. You can send it anonymous. I've been getting a lot of DMs from fake accounts anyway. So go ahead and send it to me. Hey, to Ellie's. She was just talking. Well, don't look, the levels to just talk. Okay, here, I get what you're saying. Okay, so what you're saying is that she was just talking because these are grown ass women, right? I'm not expecting to say pull up and you actually pull up because we grown as hell. Like, girl, really? Like, girl, really? Right. That's what she was thinking. But I guess you met someone who definitely was gonna pull up. You're right. We do need some more likes to Ellie's. I don't know how many we got, but we need more. To be honest, I think Janelle was doing the most online. You responded to one shady retweet with 2 to 3. She did a lot. No, she did too much. She did way too much. Let me tell y'all something. She definitely did way too much. I'm not even gonna hold you. The online thing could have definitely been squashed. Had she just not even made that post or just left it alone after, she commented or whatever the case may be. But when Janelle went live, you could tell that she had a lot of frustration with this whole process. My thing is, if you didn't need this process, why you just didn't quit, like walk away? But she contradicted herself a lot in this live because she kept saying that she knew what she said. She said she went through this. She was a fan of the show, so she already know that, I'm like, first of all, she said she was a fan of the show, which she should know everything that's about to happen. So if you're a fan of the show, then you should know that you was going to be edited for things to look crazy. You should have known that they were going to pick you and give you a personality to portray, and that was the mean girl role for you. Okay, cool. You say that you was a super fan and you was like, oh, I could possibly find love. What evidence do you have of this? What evidence of this love that you've seen come from Ready to Love? What evidence, please? Because I've been watching since the resort season. Okay, they say that Camille and Cornelius is still together. Okay, Katie and Swayze is still together. Joy and Clifton are still together. Only Joy and Clifton are married. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out what, out of all these examples from the seasons that I've seen, did you really think you had a chance of finding love? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what? Like, you sure you was watching the same show? Couldn't be. Could not have been watching the same show. Oh, I don't know who Mario and Reba are because I didn't watch that season. I'm just saying from the seasons I know. Mario and Reba. Okay, I guess they still together. Whatever that couple is. So you say who's more embarrassing, Janelle or Habibi? I think Janelle, because Janelle fooled us thinking she was cool. I think that um I don't know if Janelle's not cool. Janelle, okay, I don't know. This is how I look at Janelle. Janelle's not a girl's girl. Janelle is not a girl's girl. Like, I don't see her being a girl's girl. She's too judgmental of girls. And I also feel like she's low-key intimidated by other beautiful women who have their things together. I kind of got that vibe from her based on her live when she talked about, how she's that girl. She has no problem getting no man, which is why I'm like, then girl, why you ain't got no man? I don't want to say, like, I just feel like she's definitely not a girl's girl. And because she gets intimidated by women, which is why she has no problem with the men. Joy. She's Joy, but see, we didn't get to see Joy full self until the end of the season. We really just now starting to see, to the end of the season with Joy. So it took us all by surprise. Because even Joy was in her interviews was like, I never said I was that. Never said I was this innocent, nice girl. That's just how they played it. Right? So with Janelle, it's just that Janelle is starting to show her personality not only on TV, but really, really online. Because even if she did it, if she didn't go online and do the things that she did, we could still be like, she's okay, Oh, thank you, actually, Aubrey. You've been crushing, ready to love all week long. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Unless you mean Joy. Easy on Joy now. Child, I don't care for Joy like that on this channel. I don't care for Joy like that over here, girl. Quitty, you like Joy? Good for you. I used to love me some Joy till she made me mad on that reunion, and I can't get over it. I haven't gotten over it yet, okay? Just haven't gotten over it. You notice on the live, she contradicted herself as being the down-to-earth girl that wanted to take home the mama as opposite to the prostitutes. Yeah. And like calling that girl's bag fake for what? Like, girl, what you call that girl's bag fake for? It just was a lot of like, that's what I mean. Like, I can understand exactly some of the points that Janelle was making, but there was a lot of unnecessary things added into that live that was just not needed. And I also feel like since we are talking about this live and, she made remarks about vloggers basically, reviewing the show. And she's like, you could review the show, just don't make it seem like it's a fact, da, 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 da. We all know that this is why I don't understand how she said she called herself a fan, but she don't get it. Because she talked about like how there's so many dates that happen that didn't get shown. A fan knows that. We all know that we don't get to see all the dates. We all know that it's edited. We all know that there's a lot going on, right? We all know this. So why is it that you didn't know this and you was a fan? And when it comes to us doing reviews, we are reviewing what we see. So you can't get mad at us for calling you a mean girl when that's how production portrayed you to be, the mean girl. So when you say that that's not a fact, but then you get online and proceed to be a mean girl, how is that not a fact? I have not yet watched the interview where I left the interview like, dang, they really did get a bad edit. Never. The only person interview I watched that I felt like they had, the only person interview that I watched that I felt like ended up being switched was Blake's. Because I can see through Blake. But y'all was loving that man in them daggone interviews, okay? Y'all was eating him up and swallowing him off the plate, okay? But I was like, don't let him manipulate you. Don't let him manipulate you. I was seeing all through it from the show all the way until the interviews. But he's persuaded y'all to change your mind toward them interviews. So that's on y'all. That's on y'all. But everybody else literally have come from the show onto the channel and was like, come from the show onto their interviews, and literally was the same exact person. Yeah, the kid's married now too, but she not married from the show. Yes, they was thirsty for Blake. They were girl, you couldn't tell us that they wasn't trying to send Blake home every episode the way the girls was eating him up in the chat. He persuaded people because he's easy on the eyes. That too. He was. Now I ain't gonna hold you. He's definitely nice on the eyes, but I'm telling you that Blake, he was definitely controlling. And the way that he went through that interview with Kojo, oh yeah, he knew how to maneuver everything. Okay, he's definitely not new to this. Okay, girl who want these dusties from the show, child, I don't know. I do not know. That hair was crazy though. Not the hair was crazy though. Blake was unhinged according to the exes. According to the exes, that's what they said. Is he still? No, they not. They not together. They been broke up. They was done by the season was done. But yeah. So that's what I mean. Like I feel like everybody is being portrayed to be who they really are. They just don't think that that's them because they not used to just being focused on one part. It's just like we all have our nice sides. We all have our, angry sides. We all have different sides of us. But there is a part of us that's more dominant than other sides. And when you go somewhere and you portray yourself as, and when you go into one of these settings where one of your personalities become dominant, that's the one that they're going to hyper focus on. Why? Because that's the one that you're going to constantly feed into. It's the one they're going to constantly feed into. Mario and Reba was the first season, was took place in, yeah. The odds are not in their favor. No, this is why if I ever went on reality TV, I would be... I'm trying to think, how would people see me on reality TV? I think people would think I'm judgmental because that's one of my character traits where I'm just like, and I'm very outspoken, meaning that people would be like, she's rude. People probably would perceive me as being rude in real life, like on TV. If I was to ever go on reality TV, I would come off as rude and judgmental. For one, I don't have much of a filter on my mouth. For the things that I say, like things that come to my mind normally come out my mouth, and that's not good. I'm getting better at like holding it back. But and I'm really, really quick with the like, don't say, like, if somebody says something to, like, ain't no way. Like it's just, I'm too snappy. Like I'm that snappy person. Like y'all probably wouldn't like me on TV. Y'all probably wouldn't like me on TV. Eyes wide open. Chloe is a teddy bear. I'm very nice. I'm genuine and my heart is good. But I don't like to be played with. And if I feel like I'm being played with, it will not turn out good for you from me. Everyone's goal on the show isn't marriage. No, I don't think everyone's goal on the show isn't marriage. I think it's both to find love. But that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, like, you can't get mad at us for making commentary based on what we see. So if we're looking at your wig and your wig is real wiggy, don't be mad at us for calling out the wiggy wig. You know what I mean? If you on TV and your legs are ashy, don't be mad at us for calling out the ashy legs. If you're on TV and you're being mean to people, don't be mad at us for saying that you were being mean. Poor Shakira. I know Shakira always talk about somebody's wigs. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be built for this to a certain extent because that's what a review is. We only could talk about what we see. They really want us to reach behind the scenes, pull out the backstage footage, and be like, oh, no, in real life, this person's amazing. We don't know you. Right. Chloe will call the red sassy to his face. Exactly. Like, you couldn't, because I'm like, who use a sassy man? And they'd have been like, Chloe, you gotta chill. And I'd have like, no, immediately no. No. Which reminds me, y'all, I need for the Ready to Love gods, okay, to send Red home. So far, we've been on track with who needs to go home. Y'all was a little confused when it came to Marvin and what's his name? Not Marvin, Brandon and Habibi. Y'all got that one mixed up, okay? But I let it slide only because y'all sent Habibi home the very next time. Okay. Now I need y'all, I really need y'all to go ahead and send Red home. Okay. Okay. Sassy Red has got to go. Sassy Red has got to go. Okay. Red not go home. Queen E, don't say that. Don't speak that into existence. See, with me and Sassy Red, it's personal. It's personal, okay? Now I ain't even gonna lie, y'all know I don't take nothing personal, okay? You know, everything is entertainment, and I let it go. It is what it is. But he was being sassy with me, so now I feel like it's personal, and he gotta go. Point blank, period. And let me tell y'all something, because y'all gonna stop playing with me, okay? Let me just put this out there. He was talking about getting my followers up on Instagram, not YouTube. Stop telling people and trying to downplay my channel over here because I'm not feeling that. Okay, y'all was hurting my feelings. Okay, because I was seeing y'all say he tried to cut for Chloe and said he could help her get her followers up on Instagram, not YouTube. Okay. Okay, I just had to put that out there. Okay. Shoot, I was like, not y'all out there telling everybody that he was trying to help me get my followers up. Embarrassing. Y'all embarrassing. Stop it. He paid on Instagram. Oh, okay. I don't know. He got 12,000 subscribers on Instagram. I don't know, but he the king of the city, child. King of the city with the 12,000, I guess. I guess Red is local Dallas celeb, but I'm not gonna lie. One of my members sent me a message from Sabrina's live where Aries said that no one knew who he was. So I'm just saying, I don't know. They all in Dallas, so I'm gonna just let it go right there and just let it be that. I'm gonna just let it go right there. Okay. Y'all better stop embarrassing my tell them, Sunshine, because they out here telling everybody that he said that he was gonna help me get my followers up. First of all, I don't need him. That's for one. But they said they didn't know him. And Kat was like, I don't know him. If PO stays to the end, anything is possible, child. We ain't even gonna start. We ain't even gonna get there. A handful of folks know him. Maybe the folks down there. I did go on his page and I looked, and he did do a show with Earthquake. And I was like, oh, I love Earthquake. Actually, Earthquake is my husband's favorite comedian. So I was like, oh, that's a big deal. But then I'm like, he probably wasn't even on the special. You know how they always got the people in the opening. They don't get show. It just be the main person. It's probably one of the people. But good for him. Good for him. I'm not going to downplay his job. I've never seen him stand up to say he's not funny or he is funny. But based on the show, it's not giving much of a personality. But I'm just saying that's just what I'm looking at. Earthquake doesn't know him. They was on the show together. I used to live in Dallas. Ain't nobody know Sassy Rich Child. Not down. Earthquake last special on Netflix was hilarious. I'm trying to remember. Child, I haven't watched a Netflix special in so long. Girl, he was talent, and that's it. Oh, child. So that's why I really, really hope that they stop with like going to recruit people. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to get any genuine love connections. We're not going to get any genuine relationships. We're just getting what we signed up for, which is entertainment. Which I'm not going to lie to y'all, I'm here for it. I am here for the entertainment. I've given up on Ready to Love actually being about love like 2 seasons ago. I don't know why y'all was still holding on to that, but that's cool. I've been gave up on that concept of this being about love. I'm literally looking forward to the drama because that's what I expect now. I expect for them to act a fool on and off screen, online, on screen, I expect it, and I expect nothing less. And I'm gonna tell you how I know y'all expect it, because when the drama is very high on Ready to Love, everybody is tuned in. When we have a low mellow episode, everybody's like, "Oh, this episode was corny. It was dry. Wasn't nothing happening. Blah blah blah." Y'all know how I go. As soon as somebody is up, rah rah rah, and there's somebody's face, or they going back and forth, blah blah blah, everybody's tuned in. So we can't sit here and complain too much about it, because that's when we give it the most energy. You know what I mean? Because when the episodes are not giving, you guys are like, it was a boring episode. Wasn't really nothing going on. But I'm not gonna lie, entertainment factor does come from the fact that it is a competition in a sense. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point where I'm just here for it. I am literally looking at this as ready to hook up, ready to mangle, ready to fight, ready to steal your girl, ready to steal your man, ready to fake relationships. Like, I'm here for whatever version of ready that y'all picked. I'm here for that. Okay. Not ready to love, whatever. I low-key wanted to put it to stay longer because you like the drama. See, ready to scam, not ready to scam. Child, but they do be scamming. Oh, that's what Kat said. Kat said that Janelle was a scammer. I said, really? Tell me more. How was she scamming the people? Because y'all know Ready to Love good for a good scam or two. Ready for number games. Ready to LinkedIn. Oh, get out of here. Habibi Campbell cigarette lips, shot them lips. A scammer of Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. She was scamming in Atlanta. And she contradicted herself that other time too, when she said as if she didn't, like when she said she didn't have a car, she was like, as if, like as if, like, why wouldn't I have a car? But then turned around and said she doesn't have a car. Girl, make up your mind. Ready to date until the cameras leave. Ready to build my IMBD. Right. Ready to blame kindness. All of that. Ready to do everything except for love. Ready to promote my business. Okay, let's go back to Muyer. Okay, because I know a lot of people was watching that video and y'all was like, what did he lie about? Okay, so according to the baby mother, from what it seems like, okay, she insinuated, because the scene that they played was the scene where Muyer was sitting down, ready to pull up, child, get out of here. When Munir, whatever his name is, okay, he pulled up. Hold on, child, my husband calling me. Have my husband at the store. I'm trying to get him to give me some Doritos. Okay, but Mourier. Okay, Mourier, got it. Okay, so Mourier, baby mother, basically insinuated. She pulled up the scene where it said, he talked about how she was pregnant with his child and still communicating with the ex-boyfriend. So I'm assuming, you got this case? I'm assuming that what she's saying is that he is lying about the fact that she was messing with the ex-boyfriend. Now, I feel like, girl, if you want to be making TikTok videos and TikToking and eating bowls of cereal, just go ahead and tell us what the tea is. Now, remember, y'all, I made that video. As soon as I made that video, remember I came to y'all, I was getting ready to do my Ready to Love review, and I was like, oh, this was sent to me. I just wanted to show y'all what baby mother is on TikTok doing, and if she, release a statement or whatever, I let it bring it to you. I go on to my Instagram, and on my Instagram, can we call her Moo? Child, we about to call her Moo because it sounds better than me. All right, Moo it is. Muyer is Moo, okay? Because it's just not coming out right. So I got a link sent to me from a profile that had no followers, not following anyone, and no posts. So the link that was sent to me was the link to her actual Instagram page, where you have video of him and her and his son and all these things on him and her on Father's Day, this, that, and other. So I'm like, oh, Father's Day was just like a month ago or so, right? June. So I'm like, interesting. So I don't know what the setup is because when I went back to look at that page, now mind you, when I got the message request, there was no followers, no posts, no following. So then they follow me, which is cool because I'm fine with that. You can follow me. People follow me all the time. And I'm sitting here like, what's the setup? Because now that page is following like 100 and something people. So I don't know I don't know what the setup is, y'all. But I feel like something's about to be set up. And as soon as I figure out, or if it comes to me, I will let y'all know what it is. Okay. Very sketchy. It's just like with the mugshot page for Tony. When I got a following from the Instagram page, it was following 6 people. I was the 6th person that they followed, and it said Miami girls matter too. Miami girls matter too, and it had a mugshot of Tony. When I got the friend request, well, not the friend request because you could just follow me. When I got the follow, they was following 6 people, 6 posts, and no followers. And so I requested it because I'm like, well, I want to see the 6 posts. What's going on here, right? But they never accepted my friend request. So then the next day, the followers went from 6 to like 100 and something. And then that's when other bloggers started saying like, oh, that's when I started seeing people like, did anyone get this follow from this page, Tony's page? And so at first, whoever this person was who created the page was only going after bloggers, I feel like, because y'all know Marcia is my girl. So I said, Marcia, what's up with this? Like, you know anything about it? She was like, girl, I don't know nothing about this. So we was on the phone for a while trying to figure out some things of the things. So then like 2 days later, she texts me, is like, I gotta follow too. So I'm like, whoever it is, the people are setting up stuff. Okay. I don't know what the stuff is. I can't even begin to tell you, but I feel like there's a lot of behind the scenes things going on from people outside of like people on the show that's ready to like tell their story somehow, some way, or give us proof of stuff, things like that. I don't know. But as soon as things come to me, I bring them to y'all. And to all the people who send me stuff and links and videos, I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep me on top of everything. But I don't know what's up with Mumu's ex-girlfriend because I see that she's like trying to build the TikTok following. So I feel like she might milk this for as long as she can to like really, get it out there. But my thing is, girl, if you want to talk, the platform is always open. The platform, I am cordially inviting you to my platform to tell your story, okay? Let me know what's the dealio, and you're more than welcome to come. Period. But they don't get paid. But they don't get paid what? But they're not even getting paid. Who's not getting paid? Sunshine, yes, Tony, and he met with Carlos King. Yes, this was, and that page popped up. That page popped up as soon as Carlos King posted that picture of him and Tony. It was like what season was that? Miami spinoff or something like that. He was like with Love and Marriage spinoff of something Miami, or no, Ready to Love and Love and Marriage collide or something like that. One of those things. Soon as that post was there that night, I was up. I promise you, y'all, it was like 11. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and I got this follow. I was like, hold up. Now I'm up all night trying to figure out what's what. Doing my investigation still, but it's not working because I can't see the followers, or the post. So it ain't work out for me. They still haven't accepted my request either, so I don't know. Is Red following you? You know he can't let stuff go, Ella. I don't think Red is following me. I really don't care. So that's just that. You want to know who's following me? That I thought it was weird because y'all know I don't follow the cast. Because I just like to stay out of like the mess when it comes to like cast vlogger type situation, because that's when the cast sometimes get upset if you say something about them. I try to keep my distance, keep it like that. But Tequila follows me, and I thought that was weird. I was like, I thought she would be the last one of all the people to follow me. I thought she would be the last one of all the people to follow me. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. They have a good relationship. I think they have a good relationship. I think that Mumu, that's what we call him now. I think that Mumu and his baby mother probably, set all of this up to like help build a following, get people to the business. It could be a thing, You were fair with it. I think I was very fair. I'm very fair with everyone. The only person that I really think that like I don't have fairness for anymore is Red, because I just don't care. I just don't care. I already told y'all, if y'all Team Red, this is not the channel. Wait till he get daggone eliminated, or wait till he is wait till he eliminated, and then y'all can come back. Then you won't have to hear me say nothing. She does tell Tequila to send the video of her pulling up. Right, she does. Yeah, she follows me, which I thought was very weird, but I'm cool with it. But yeah, if you got the video, Tequila, go ahead and send that, girl. Send that one. I'm here for that one. She follow me for Travis. Why the heck would she follow me for Travis? I don't even like Habibi. Child, no, I don't like Habibi at all. That man, I think he's the only cast mate that I can genuinely say out of all the years that I've been reviewing this show, I do not like. I've never not liked the cast. Like, I just feel like, you go on TV. It's nothing personal. We just talk about what we see. I don't know you in real life. It just is what it is. One of those things. And it's like, okay, and once your season's over, I wish you the best. Go ahead, live your life. But I don't like him. I do not like him. Like, I do not like him at all. And I feel like for someone who wants people to come to their bar shows and stuff like that, the way you set up there was not a good look at all. At all. Tequila be in the Facebook groups fighting with. Well, she shouldn't be up there fighting no more because she ran her course. I gotta watch the first 2 seasons. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll do that, because now I'm just be home half the time, and I'm not doing any other shows right now as of now. But I'm really about to hop back into my show bag soon. Yeah, I don't like him. And that's just like, that's why I wasn't even going to put like his interview reaction, none of that in the thing. And after I saw that little bit that I didn't see, I was like, yeah, no, that's enough. I'm not even about to entertain this. Do you know what happened to Chris and Amber? They broke up. Was it ever real? Do you think it was ever real? I don't think it was ever real. They completely changed the show setup after season 1. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I started watching Put a Ring on It. I'm on season 2, girl. It's a mess. Put a Ring on It. Put a Ring on It is good. I'm mad I did not finish this season. This season I didn't finish because pregnancy took me out. You should review Fatal Seduction on Netflix. Is that a series or a movie? You dislike Habibi the way I dislike Marvin. You dislike Marvin? I don't know why you dislike Marvin. Let me ask you that. Because I feel like there's no reason to dislike Marvin. I just don't think Ready to Love was where Marvin should be. Amber had a baby. Good for her. Good for her. I think Marvin just should not have been on Ready to Love, because honestly, Match Me a Bar is a hit. I heard that was good. Y'all, I really, really feel like I messed up so bad this like TV season, because my first like 4 months of pregnancy was so bad on me. It was really hard. And I didn't want to try to do something and not be consistent. So now that I'm really starting to get into myself again, it's like the shows that I need to be on, not on. Like, that's the problem. Ready to Love, I'm not Ready to Love. I think the next season of Ready to Love will be back to back. I know Married at First Sight is about to come back. I know that Love is Blind comes back in September. So we got some things to do. Love Island is also good. I can't find it. Where is it? When I tell y'all that I've been trying to watch Love Island, I went on Peacock. I didn't see it on Peacock, and I went on Paramount, and I didn't see it on Paramount. I know it's not on Philo. I don't know where to freaking watch it. And I'm talking about US on CBS, because it's not on none of the streaming shows. I went on Peacock, and it is not this season. That's the thing. I can't find it. Do I have to watch it live? Do they not have like the replay or what? Like, how does that work? Yeah, Marvin is just different. He Love is Born Brazil series is good also. You know what? I never watched the Brazil. They got heavy accents because I can't do heavy accents. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if they got heavy accents. Who is Shay? Who is Shay? I don't know. Who said something about somebody named Shay? From what show? I'm like, I don't know no Shay. I don't know a Shay at all. But we being as though a lot of the writers are on strike, it's hard for us to get good TV now, y'all. We're gonna have a hard time getting good TV. Good night. Good night. Marvin's only here. Yeah, we just Shay. Oh, Shay from Put a Ring on It. Oh, with Dad. What's his name? Darius. Is that man named Darius? Married at First Sight sure is epic. I heard that is a mess, and I heard that's the type of drama I be looking for over there on the Australia. Yeah, they haven't been writing good TV for years. But yeah, that's all I think I got for Ready to Love You. I just wanted to come up here and capture, catch up on everything, being as though I don't know the next time we will be live or when we're going to do our next review. Hopefully, probably Monday night. I'm going for Monday night because my mother's bachelorette party is on Saturday, and then Sunday we're doing her bridal shower, and I'm going to my sister's house that evening and getting in the pool and stuff like that. And then Monday it's just gonna be a chill day, so I'll probably record for y'all on Monday, or even go live and bring my sister in it. We can watch it, talk together, and then we'll be back to regular scheduled program after that. Alexis and Darian, that's his name. So then who the heck was Shay? Was it Shay with Darian? I should host a virtual baby shower. I probably will. I don't know what I'm going to do, child, with this baby. I don't know what I'm going to do with this baby. Because one day I'll be like going, and the next day I'll be down. Who got married? I'm not reading no subtitles. I'm so good. Netflix started English voiceovers for foreign shows. I'm not doing over. Nah, we're not doing that. I would definitely do a virtual baby shower. I don't know how to do. I don't even know how to do it. But just come up here and be like, y'all, this is a virtual baby shower with the balloons and stuff in the back. And then what? I don't know what to do. Like, what we gonna talk? Just have regular conversation and talk about baby stuff. Post your wish list in the community tab. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll post a list in the community tab. If you guys send me things like that, I'll do a virtual baby shower and open up everything like that. I'll do it that way. Shay and Mike broke up. I thought they got married. From Put a Ring on It. Yo, seriously? Wait, Shay and Mike that was gonna put a ring on it, who was married? They had just bought a house. They broke up. Ready to Love? Oh no, I don't know what Shay and Mike. Oh, Shay and Mike who had the girlfriend with the strawberries. Is that's what we talking about? I don't know who we talking about. Y'all got me spreading rumors. Don't have me spreading rumors. Who the heck broke up? For real. Shay and Mike, Ready to Love broke up. Okay, Shay and Mike will put a ring. Oh, okay. Okay. But they both Mike. They both Shay and Mike. It seemed like the same people. Okay, it's my fault. Okay. So Shay and Mike from Shay and Michael from Put a Ring on It are still married. Shay and Mike from Ready to Love, the girl who was what was she? Not the pilot, the flight attendant. And he had the girlfriend with the strawberries. Yeah. Yeah. But we knew that wasn't going to last, right? Yeah, I'm trying to do an Amazon registry now, y'all. It's the hardest thing in the world. Like, I don't even know how people do these registries. We need to know. Right, y'all just can't be throwing out names like I'm supposed to know. Half these people got the same names. Am I going to do a blog for my journey? Yeah, I do. I plan on starting a different channel, though, for the rest of my pregnancy for my 3rd trimester, and like when the baby come, I plan on doing a separate channel so it don't get conflicted with all the reviews and commentary and stuff. That's a different couple we talking about. That was Brandy and Mike Chow. Who I don't know these people. Just stop telling me people. I'm spreading rumors at this point. Oh, we can play games. I keep forgetting that I could drop the link for y'all. I don't know why I be forgetting, like I can't just drop the link and be like, come up here and talk to me. No, Shay and Mike from season 1. Oh, I don't know Shay and Mike from season 1. Chloe, you still on Love and came back and missed a lot. It's gonna have to watch the replay. Yeah, watch the replay to we just talking about pretty much nothing right now. We just they basically got me spreading rumors online. That's what they got me doing. I done told people that broke up that didn't break up. I done did all types of stuff at this point. Okay, I'll let you guys know about the registry. But I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure that you guys are hitting that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we go live. I was talking about put a ring on it, not ready to love. We're talking about put a ring on it for what though? I'm so confused. No, I don't want to hear other people talk. I just like listen to you talk. No offense. You want to know something? I try not to do too many of the panels and stuff because we'll be up here all night doing panels. So yeah, I like to just get my thoughts out and then leave it there. It's enough panels. It's enough. Child, it's enough. I know Sabrina asked me to come join her panel. I think I'm gonna go join her panel one of these lives. But y'all know something? I'm not a panel girl. You want to know why? Cause like I hate waiting for like 8 other people to say what they got to say before I can say what I got to say. Like I'll be ready to talk. Like I gotta say what I gotta say, and it'd be like you gotta wait for 3 people first, and that really be like, oh boy, I want to get to the point. So I'm not a panel girl, but I do plan on joining Sabrina's panel one of these weekends. You can have virtual games, yeah. All right, y'all, yeah, bring. You sound like Wendy Williams. No, I just really hate waiting for mad people because by the time you get to me, I've been done forgot what I had to say. And then sometimes we all thinking like this, somebody steal my talking points, and then that's like I'm repeating it. Like I don't like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I'm not opposed to the panels. It's just that I'm just too talkative for one. I think that's my issue. And then I'll be ready to have conversations with everybody during the process. And then like you gotta wait your turn, and it just be a lot. So you gotta write down your thoughts. You gotta write it down, child. That's too much. And then it'd be so many people be up there for 5 hours. No, I don't got that type of time. Janelle got 2 hours out of me, and then we had to turn around and do it. What's name? I was exhausted. I felt like I had a full-time job after my interview with Jasmine, which, by the way, y'all go watch my interview with Jasmine for Ready to Love if you did not watch it. 10 minutes. I forgot the great idea I had. Right. I'm like that, too. I'll be interrupted too much. Right. Because you be like, somebody say something. You be like, you know what? No, because, it'd be a lot going on. That's too much work. Interrupted people. Yeah. I don't think I have good panel etiquette yet. Versus waiting your turn when someone makes your point and then right, they make your point and then you be like, dang, I ain't got that. They just like, you know what? I agree with such and such. That's it. They basically said what I was gonna say. Stacey be doing that on Sabrina's live. Yeah, because like it be so many. It's like a lot of us have a lot of the talking points and stuff, so we kind of think alike a little bit on certain things. So it just be a lot going on the panels, But it's all love. It's all love. But yeah, y'all, I'm jumping up off of here. I gotta get me something to drink. I'm gonna lay down, and then I keep my eyes on the YouTube streets. If y'all see anything, y'all hear anything, go ahead, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and send me all the things so that we can talk about it all. I appreciate you all. I love you all so much. And we'll be talking soon. Okay, peace out, y'all. Bye.